Yes, I suppose it does help to actually have the stream on the on the screen so that we can get this started. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Powwow stream. First in a while. However, one of the hosts of the show is a little tardy. He had to go get some food, so he is on his way in. Should be shortly. And I sent the thing out for Della as well. He should be joining us in a little bit as well. How's everyone doing today? Starting up in the chat, we have James Colley. Terry Diamantis, how's it going? There's Cannibalistic Wizard, Mr. Dax. Scroll up and pull up there. I think that pretty much covers everyone for now. Yeah, I took off some Powwow Chow. That is my trucking business name, actually. But no, it's I took some time off work early today, so typically I'm supposed to get off about now, but I left about 2 hour and a half ago, almost 2 hours. It was pretty much one of those. Yeah, I'm done. I'm getting the fuck out of here. No, it's a pretty busy day. Not as bad as yesterday, but not bad at all. I do have a story to pull up, but it's not from IndiansWithTheZ.com. But we can certainly see about finding some information here. Oh, look at that. There is stories. Not even part of the thing, and you're still here before Camel.
Hey, bud.
Hey, how's it going?
Another day. How about you?
Not too bad.
Right on.
It's, yeah, I got off early, and I couldn't feel better.
Did you try?
Oh, yeah. No, I put in some effort.
I mean, more than enough there, then.
Yeah. Now, it was funny because I had someone actually call in on a previous case that I had already long since closed, letting them know how something's supposed to go. And they're like, oh, yeah, she really wants to talk to you. And I'm like, I don't want to talk to her. Like, but I ended up calling them back, so it's...
Mm-hmm.
I use my standard GIF of the pouting Asian child. If you've seen that one,
If I have, I don't remember. I'm sure I probably have.
I was gonna say if I got paid per GIF, that one's earning a paycheck.
Fair.
Let me see if I can find pouting Asian kid.
Well, that's going to narrow it down quite a bit.
All right, that's...
You're going to get a lot of images with kids that don't have A's in their schoolwork.
Wow. You would have thought that it would be the first thing, since it's a pretty popular GIF. But no, just a bunch of duck faces. And angry children. Ah, there he is.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
How's it going, Camel?
What's going?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, just trying to get a bite to eat.
Yeah, I let him know that's why you were late.
So you
Oh,
guys
is
started
that why he
without
was
me.
late?
Oh yeah, we started about 10 minutes
Oh
ago.
yeah, any reason for Johnny to blame you for shit?
It's par for the course,
He does it all the time.
and it's deserved.
Wow.
Well, I guess I'll finish my food later then.
Fair enough.
That's what mute buttons are for. That's fine.
Not wrong. I'll
How's it
be
going,
hitting the
Jen?
mute button in about 20 minutes.
No, it's been a while since we've had one of these, so it's I as soon as I put in for the time, I'm just like, I should see if they're able to stream today.
I mean, yeah, I didn't get called in, so I'm good. Although, heads up, was asked to work on Halloween, which is a Tuesday, so if
Gross.
anything goes on that day, I won't be available.
You should get time and a half for that.
I'm pretty sure I will.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
I was joking because there's no way in hell they're paying time and a half for Halloween down here.
Well, it's overtime.
Well, it's Canada.
Canadians
Are you telling me you Leafs appreciate the spooky month more than my
I won't say
American brothers and sisters?
I won't say we do as much as we did pre-COVID, but yeah, I'm fairly certain I'll still get time and a half, which would be about $30 an hour for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's that in real money?
Well, about 75% of that, so probably about like 25, maybe less.
Not bad.
At least we can speak, read, and parent children there, Tier. Arguably.
I got like half the hounds in here with me right now, so they're benefiting from my fries being a little cold by the time I got home.
Yes, mine's snoozing right behind my chair here.
Although they're taking these fries more aggressively than the slices of cheese I give them when I got to give them medicine.
Mm.
well, that goes without saying.
You use the cheese slices?
I do, yeah.
Fair.
Just fold it up into quarters, hide
yeah.
the medicine in one corner. Yeah.
Yeah. I just hate them because the first dog I had to do that for at work, you would have to force him to swallow the pills, and then you'd have to sit there for like 10 minutes and make sure he didn't regurgitate them back up, otherwise you'd have to do it all over again. And he would do that if you weren't careful.
Yeah, right now the bulldog is all hopped up on steroids. So she's sitting here like chattering her jaw, and it sounds like the goddamn Predator.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, mine's just a little pup, but he's so fucking overstimulated that he's even excited in his sleep.
But now, so what have you guys been up to?
Work.
Pretty much.
I'm looking for a new job. I left my old one last week, so
Oh.
yeah. I don't appreciate somebody lying to me about me,
Yeah, no, I can understand that sentiment very much. Been there, done that. Didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. And my manager was sitting there trying to tell me that I wasn't doing the job. And I was like, no, I'm doing my job. Like, you're not doing yours. That's a big problem here, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Try to give me a write-up for creating a hostile work environment. I was like, well, it didn't start off that way, but
It's
we're getting there.
Wow, just wow, people.
Yeah.
I got your hostile work environment right here.
Well, the hostile work environment was for him because I was complaining about him. He just wouldn't try and say, it's like, hey, you're bitching about me and I don't appreciate it. If he had done that, I'd be like, all right, fine, I'll quit.
This was the GIF I was talking about.
Okay.
It's in the
Are
stream.
we supposed to see something?
It's in the stream.
Give him a... Oh. Okay.
Ah.
Fine, I'll yeah. My one of my go-tos.
So what did you do to upset the Viet Cong, Johnny?
What don't I do to upset the Viet Cong?
That is a very good answer. If you're not waking up in the morning and upsetting the Viet Cong, you're not living.
No.
If you don't wake up every day with Charlie in the bushes, you are not doing your job as an American.
And if Charlie's not in the bushes, he better at least be flanking the rear.
Goddamn better.
Oh, so yeah, I've got a couple of interviews in the next couple days, but none of them are all that great.
Yeah, well, good luck nonetheless.
Yeah. I did hear about this one dude supposed to be reopening a smoke shop that closed down a few blocks away from where the girlfriend lives. So I was like, hey,
That'd be
go
nice.
there and ask him. It's like, hey man, is that what's going on? Are you reopening that joint? Because I used to get my smokes there, and it's pretty close by. I could jog from my bedroom
There you
to
go.
this place. And I'm not a very fit individual, so it's not. That's me saying it's not that far away.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, supposed to be opening that place up like next week or maybe the week after. I was like, well, I'd love to come sell cancer for you, man. Yeah, just
Yeah, fuck. Who wouldn't?
Yeah. Next best option is I've got an interview with a joint tomorrow. It would be a longer commute than the job I just left. Round trip, and it'd be less pay.
Ooh.
Yeah. And gas right now is like almost $3.40 a gallon. So yeah, not looking forward to that.
Fair.
But I mean, fingers crossed. I win the Powerball this week. So
Yeah. I'm hoping to win the Monopoly on McDonald's at some point, but
I mean,
not holding my breath.
I won't tell you guys if I win, but there will be signs.
Fair.
Lots of cocaine and prostitutes on the stream.
Like the elevation of Southeast Oklahoma is going to get a lot higher. No news yet on who won the Powerball, but a mountain of cocaine has appeared in Choctaw country.
Everyone was out together in celebration and camaraderie. It was the most peaceful day in history.
Most productive day in history. A lot of people got shit done that day. Wow.
They worked through all hours of the night to make sure of it.
Everything was spick and span clean. Multiple business deals were made. Truly, it was a day that will go down in history.
Oh, yes. I live in an apartment, Jen. I'm good. I'm just basically looking for, when it comes to Monopoly shit, I'm just looking for like the practical stuff, like free groceries for a year or anything that could just take the finances, make financials a little easier to spoil Morty over here or something, Like I said, I don't hold my breath. I play every year and I don't expect anything.
You always get close, but never get there.
Right? 2 out of 3, 1 out of 2, 3 out of 4. And some jack off wins the prize.
It's kind of funny how I always, every year, I always see, like, I have 3 of the railroads. Whoever wants to share the 4th one, like, bring it to me.
Right?
I mean, that's a great way to find yourself, like, stabbed in an alley, you know. You really want to tell the paramedics that come and pick you up, like, you know, I met some dude on Craigslist who had Reading Railroad.
You don't understand, nurse. It was Boardwalk.
They had
Boardwalk. Sir, everyone has Boardwalk. It's the other one that people look for. Damn it!
I was so close. No, that's ugh. No, those ones are always. No one's ever gonna win that. Like,
No. And Jen, if I were to win like the car or something, I'd be putting it on for sale. I don't drive. I'd be like, okay, does anyone in the family want a new car? No. Okay.
how you gonna afford
Selling
the
it
taxes
online.
on that? Taxes?
Fuck taxes.
It's like this thing's going in the for sale bin.
Exactly. I ain't that stupid yet.
They can deal with the taxes.
Right?
Oh, man, if I win the Powerball, I'm taking the annuity. I'm going to be rich for at least 30 years.
That's the way to do it.
The first thing I do, like, I'm going to make one of those wills. It'll be like one of those old, like, Sherlock Holmes wills. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Where, you leave, family, friends, charitable organizations, what have you. But then at the very end, be like, but if for any reason foul
Hey, how's
play
it going,
is
Pat?
suspected,
Yeah.
some poison pill amendment at the end of the will.
If my death is caused by either strangulation, don't
Don't
poison,
threaten me with a good time.
poison, multiple stab wounds, or gunshot, follow XYZ. If anything else, follow
You just reminded me you're
ZYX.
Canadian.
Really? It took you that long to remind you? not when I said, "Hey, this is Canada."
I mean, yeah, I heard that, but then you had to say Z.
I still stand by that's the way to say it.
I mean, they're
Men in
not
black.
they're not zebras. They're zebras.
They're zebras.
I call them zebras, but only because it annoys people when I call them zebras.
You're one of those.
That's the
assholes.
best reason to do it, to be fair. But hey, I stand by this. Men in Black, American film, filmed in America. Agent Zed. That's how they pronounce it the entire movie.
Well, it's because he's
you guys
Canadian.
You guys are saying it wrong in your own country.
I mean, you also had Pulp Fiction. That dude's name was Zed too, and it wasn't just the letter Z.
Yeah, but in MIB it was.
I mean, that's an international organization.
Yeah, and that's Pulp Fiction. The two are not comparable.
I'll be right back.
Right?
And if that's not proof enough, Z is a gender, Z is a letter.
Well, I was gonna say maybe he was Canadian, but he was born in Texas, so that doesn't fit.
Nice try.
No, that's yeah.
Everyone who referred to him called him Zed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Although-
he was Agent Z.
Yeah, so it's not, and I'm not saying it because his name, because the character is Agent Zed. I'm saying it because everyone pronounced it Zed when they referred to Agent Zed.
All right, so now I gotta see if this is right because I am the Wikipedia. Take that for what it is calling him calling them J, K, and Z as all spelled out, like JAYKAYZED.
But on the badges, it just says the letters.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
Even on like their personal belongings and stuff like that, their lockers or whatever, it's just the letter. Now maybe they're doing it.
It's Wikipedia.
Now
so
maybe they're doing it
technically
for the
is.
pronunciation's sake, so that people read it and understand how it's supposed to say in their mind, and then that way they're not doing it just for Z.
No, IMDb has it as KAYJAYNZED.
Are we still arguing over the letter Z?
Z. Z is not a letter; it's a gender.
There is DEE.
It was World War Z, not World War Z. Just saying.
It was pronounced improperly. Just saying.
Remind me again.
Yes.
When the first man walked on the moon, did he say anything about Z?
Well, you weren't there, so yes.
You weren't either, so no.
You don't know that.
I'm fairly confident.
But that's not 100%
I mean,
confident now,
I'll
is it?
take the Vegas odds on this one, Della.
I'm just saying. On this stream, one of us is in a TARDIS.
Well, sure shit ain't me.
No.
It's me.
I'm not even sure if we want to even dig into the articles that I've pulled, but
I mean, the only exception I'm willing to grant is XYZ.
Which is what started this whole conversation.
Well, no,
Yes.
that's out of love for Archer and Rush. All right.
But the whole point of this conversation started because I said XYZ or ZYX, and then you said, I forgot you were Canadian.
Yeah, well, sometimes I forget Rush are Canadian too. All right.
That's just blasphemous.
it's pace no one hears.
No,
it
that's just the way of
mispronounced
the world. When cool shit falls out of Canada, we adopt it down here and make it our own.
Fair. It's true.
That's why we still got Shatner and Fox.
And that's why
we're
we still got
desperately trying to get
Trudeau
Take Bieber
and the
back.
French.
I mean, not that we want those, but
No, like I said, that's why we still have them. Because they're not good things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got it bad enough with Cajuns. We don't want Quebecois.
Oh man, I would love to see the Cajuns and the Quebecois fight to the death.
The Cajuns would smoke them in a heartbeat, and you know.
Why do you think I'd love it so much? Like, hello, I'm not hearing a downside.
These are generations of swamp people distilled over the centuries.
Dude,
Our French are not like your French. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, you don't have to sell me. I told you I'm already excited for it.
hey, random. Shut up.
That sounded like a no.
That sounded like a fuck you, Johnny.
Yeah, she's a lippy little bitch. You get a stare? Yeah, shut up.
Good boy.
So you've got articles, you say?
I do have a couple.
Oh.
That I kind of just pulled out of thin air. One of them, more recent than the others. Let's see here. I should get this pulled up on the screen here.
Did you see like I saw somebody did like a comparison of like Mark Hamill tweets? Like the first one apparently was like standing with Palestine, and then the other one was celebrating Indigenous Persons Day. like as like a side by side. I'm just sitting there like, hey, don't bring us into your shit.
Fuck Indigenous Persons Day. Or no, wait. Well, yeah, fuck Canadian Indigenous Persons Day, because fuck's sakes, it's so dumb. A day where we celebrate natives by wearing prison colors.
And forgetting that the bank is closed.
Right?
My tribe sent me a calendar, so I knew the bank was closed this year. So, yeah.
Nice.
It's like the only thing of use that they ever send me is like the yearly calendar.
Yeah, this. So
Like,
this,
hey, do you wanna wish your councilman a happy birthday? Fuck him. Just tell me when the bank's closed.
if you're gonna be. Dress up here. Ow. Get the hell out of here then.
Yeah, I gave the bulldog the last of my fries, and now she's just sitting here like panting at me. Go lay down.
Where's the rest of them?
There's more, right? There's
Oh,
more,
well, like
right?
I told you, she's all hopped up on the steroids right now, so she's wanting to eat everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of her heartworm treatment. I still gotta get the Rottweiler wormed after taking care of all the amputation and stuff. So yay!
Yeah.
I've gone through like I bought like the value packs of like cheese because I knew like he was gonna be on a bunch of meds. I'm down to like 2 small blocks of cheese. There was 4 blocks in each one of these value packs I bought. I've literally only had 4 slices of cheese out of that. I made 2 sandwiches the other day.
Let's see. So yeah, this one was written on the 26th, but I've been seeing quite a few actual videos on it. Let's see here.
Oh boy.
Transition there. Florida law allowing death penalty in child rapes to take effect.
Wow.
I mean, my gut reaction is like, hey, great, cool, But I do have a couple of questions, Like, how sure are we, right, before we let the state kill people?
Well,
Like, if we're 100% bulletproof sure, yeah, okay, fine,
from my understanding, it is those who are convicted. It's not just like, oh, you were accused. There you go.
I mean, conviction, like I said, convictions aren't necessarily bulletproof, though. I'm curious, like, how much, because, like, a capital case generally costs, like, $1 million extra.
Yeah.
With all the appeals and whatnot. Like, so I guess, practical questions would be, like, what kind of increase are we going to see in the appeals process? How much slower is that going to make that? How much more is it going to cost to prosecute these cases if you make them capital cases? Is it going to stick with the average of $1 million extra, or, And then I guess also is like, are we actually going to be pursuing this, or is this going to be used for plea bargaining?
Hey, Frosted. Yeah,
And then the darker considerations also is like, how many people that are out there messing with kids are just going to kill the kid anyway now, because like, I mean, you're dying for raping them. Might as well go ahead and get rid of any witnesses.
that actually was one of the arguments that was brought up in one of the videos. That was from Ruined Leon's video. He's talking about someone was talking about in that case that's just one thing that could happen, but I mean, it's a legitimate point. But if they're already hurting the kid, like, the stake's already been done. Like, it's...
Like I said, my gut reaction is like, great, get rid of them, But you gotta kind of sit there with it for a little bit to mull over all the possibilities, and especially with something like this, not something you want to do.
Yeah.
I don't blame anybody for not wanting to think about this shit. But when you're writing laws, you kind of have to. And I don't know the specifics of the law, so I don't know if those kind of considerations were made.
Yeah, no, I'm halfway between no one's gonna miss you and I don't want to be the one to push the plunger,
Yeah, and like that's another thing. Like when I said, if it's 100% bulletproof, okay, well, what do you think is going to be required for that to be bulletproof? You're going to need testimony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which more likely than not means that kid's going to have to testify in open court about what happened to him.
Which is hard enough to do.
God and everybody. Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong, Random. I'm not saying, not saying like I wouldn't throw the switch. I'd do that. Or at admission, yes, you. Now, I wouldn't lose any sleep over them getting life in prison without parole. That still leaves the possibility of like new evidence coming to light. Appeals process play itself out without the need for expediting, because hey, we're gonna kill this dude. Life in prison, it's like he'll die eventually. Father Time is undefeated.
$2,500 fine for streaking.
For streaking?
Not for streaking, but which HB 319, which sets the maximum fine of $2,500 for interfering with participants in the athletic or artistic events, or going into fields, stages, or stages without authorization.
Okay.
Also, in the age of social media, the law prohibits people from making money off of such exploits.
Yeah, it's like streaking with like a website, body painted on or something, like a web address.
All right, Frosted.
Later, Frosted. Third-degree felony for a person aged 24 or older to solicit a 16 or 17-year-old in writing to commit a lewd or lascivious act.
In writing?
I mean, I'm assuming that's written communication, text-based communication. So like text messages or social media or whatnot as well. I would imagine that would be covered under that, but again, with the law, that's supposed to be a precise thing. You shouldn't have to imagine or assume. But yeah, 24? Can we bump that down a few more years? Like that seems, So it's all right if a 23-year-old does it? That's not a felony?
Hmm.
I think, isn't Romeo and Juliet laws usually like, 2 years?
2 to 3.
2 to 3 tops. That's why I was like, all right, man. If you're over the age of 19, knock that shit off.
Let's see here. HB 949, which requires a learner's permit or driver's license for anyone under the age of 18 to operate a golf cart.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Right?
Currently,
Are you
golf cart
shitting me?
operators must be at least 14 years old when on public roads designated for golf cart use.
It's a golf cart. Come
Okay.
on.
You don't even need a license to drive a golf cart in Canada. What the fuck?
I mean, even the Canadians have more. Are you kidding me?
Hi, buddy.
I know you can do that in my hometown, but don't need a license. But then again, you're also on the freeway. You're not off roading with that thing.
I mean, not with that attitude.
Right? Put in a little elbow grease, man. You'll get there. Change up a few parts, replace the battery or something.
I mean, there were multiple kids growing up that like they built their own like go karts and shit.
Mm-hmm. I've ridden in a couple of those. We used to have a go kart some guy made out of his lawnmower.
Yeah, exactly. You're telling me that an 8-year-old can be tooling around the neighborhood with a lawnmower engine, but he's got to be got to have a license to drive a go kart? Fuck out of here.
HB 1359, which increases penalties for fentanyl dealers and manufacturers.
Okay.
This includes imposing mandatory minimum 25 years sentences and $1 million fines for adults selling at least 4 grams of fentanyl to minors.
Wow.
Okay, stop. 4 grams?
4 grams.
Yep. So
how many people can that kill? And to minors?
Yep.
Really? How about to anyone? If you're caught selling fentanyl to anyone, we're locking it for 25 to life.
Look, shouldn't we just be grateful that someone is finally thinking of the children?
I don't give a shit about the children. I'm buying legal weed. And I don't want someone spicing my shit up.
Fair.
Let's see here. HB 1465, which includes boosting potential sentences for people who possess or discharge guns while involved in human trafficking.
How about we just cut to the chase
Sure.
and boost the sentences for human trafficking? Why do we care if they discharge a gun while God damn it.
Right. I think guns should be a secondary charge. Come off it.
Such people will be subject to the state's 10-20 life mandatory minimum sentencing law. Sure.
Some?
No, such.
Such.
Oh, such. Okay, yeah.
And the most important, HB 1367, which expands a litter law prohibiting dumping litter in water-controlled districts or canal right-of-ways unless given approval.
It's okay, I have a permit.
Just go ahead and trim off those last 3 words. It's like,
I've got a pollution permit, officer. It's okay for me to dump this here.
It's just a body. She was dead when she got here.
I found her that way, I swear. Yeah, you could do CSI, but I only touched her to move her. I swear.
I mean, I appreciate the sentiment they put into these things, but I don't know, man. Like, does nobody have an editor these days? Like, somebody should have gone through, like, okay, we're just going to trim off those last 3 words on that one.
Welcome to the 2020s where everyone's an editor.
Well, no one's an editor. That's the problem.
That's what I mean. When no one's an editor, everyone's an editor. It's the same.
It's like everyone's just like going through life like L. Ron fucking Hubbard, just first drafts right off the press. Tell me you got something better than that, Johnny, because that's just pissing me off.
Probably not much.
Gosh.
Define better.
cat videos, big bouncing titties. Give me something.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
I forget you're married. Never mind.
But I do have. Let's see if I can pull that. I don't have the Panton boy over there. He's a very loud breather.
Mm-hmm. Mine
Oh,
is
you heard
too.
that?
Was that yours or Della's? Because
That was his.
That's the bulldog. She's decided to park herself right under the computer desk right now.
I don't hear mine when I've got my headphones on, so if I heard it, it's not mine.
Yeah, she's like, more fries, please. I'm like, I don't have any.
Like,
She's just like, more fries, please.
like Zoidberg with anchovies.
Yes.
More.
Good boy.
All right. So, let's see here. President Biden issues another proclamation for Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, fuck off. You know, at this point, I'm half tempted to side with the Indians. Like, just give us the fucking land back and shut up.
Right? Like,
I'm tired of hearing
so
this shit.
sick of everyone trying to fucking cater to and then overinflate the fucking popularity of indigenous people for no reason whatsoever other than the fact to look good in the eyes of others. Get off it. You don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. Fuck off.
Let's see here. President Joe Biden has another proclamation for Indigenous Peoples Day. The third
another
of
one?
his administration.
Surprised you can count that high.
Now, did he give a third one, or did he just forget that he had given one and gave the same one 2 more times?
Little column A, little column B.
He Indian gave it.
Oh, that's cultural appropriation.
He gave it and took it back, and then gave it again.
Come on, man. I just want to trade it for a bead.
Let's see. The proclamation was released by the White House on Friday that states that indigenous peoples in the present-day United States have suffered, quote, violence and devastation, unquote, for hundreds of years, largely due to government policies and actions whose intent was to see tribal nations disappear.
So you're gonna leave us the fuck alone now, right?
That's so cute.
I mean, that's the first logical question that comes to my mind when I hear that quote.
Let's see, for generations, it was the shameful policy of our nation to remove indigenous peoples from their homelands, force them to assimilate, I suppose they should have, and ban them from speaking their own languages. No one's done that.
Right.
Passing down ancient traditions and
Just
performing
don't make
sacred
me go
ceremonies.
back to Mississippi. All right.
No one told them they couldn't do that either. Well, they were told to do that, but do it over there.
I'm just saying, like, you know, if you're gonna reverse all this shit, just don't make me go back to Mississippi. I'll stay here, thanks.
Mississippians don't want to go to Mississippi.
Nobody wants to go to Mississippi.
Honestly, Pat, I would not be surprised if it was just a recycled statement.
They just put white out on the black and put in indigenous in the over the top.
Oh no, they're just reading off a template. They just have a template saved on the computer they print off every time they need to do this, and for those areas they're blank and they just write it in before they hand it to them.
Oh, speaking of forms, I told John about this earlier. I got a piece of mail from the tribe today. It was dated last Tuesday, but the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma Children and Family Services Indian Child Welfare Division reached out to me to see about me fostering some relatives.
Okay.
Relatives that I didn't even know existed until I opened this fucking letter.
Yeah, that's not suspicious.
Well, what's funny is like about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, Nana Camel got a similar letter, but it was from the state of Washington. And Nana Camel side family, like maternal family, like that's the white side of the family. It's the paternal side that's the Indian. So both sides of my mom's family, I'm getting letters from different places saying, "Hey, you got some relatives that are fuck ups. You want to take care of the kids?"
I stand by my statement. That's not sus at all.
I mean, if I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have 2 nickels.
I'd have a
So,
dime.
yeah.
Yeah,
But like I told Johnny's, like
you're not wrong
Oh,
there,
go ahead.
Pat.
Oh,
Yeah, Pat was saying just wait till Black History Month and they'll release the same statement word for word,
Well, I mean,
just with more
Trudeau,
whiteout on it.
Trudeau does the same thing for every fucking holiday, made up or not. For every fucking reason. He's always saying the same recycled shit with insert religious group here. Or
Yeah,
insert
but
ethnic group here.
I mean,
Shut
look at the bright side though, Della. At least your guy dresses up in costumes when he does it.
Yeah.
Our guy can't even remember how to tie a tie.
To be fair, the man dresses up in a costume every day he goes to work. He dresses up like a prime minister. When really he's a dictator. Emphasis on the dick.
I would put more emphasis on the tater because he seems kind of.
Well, he does have a tater face, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he could be a special spud.
Oh, I'm sure he's quite the special spud.
I'm a potato. We're gonna have Della end up arrested because of the stream.
Oh gosh, that's so true. I forgot it. Our laws are getting stricter about this.
That's where you just use the Terry defense and say that no, it was that dude Camel. He does different voices.
I was just gonna say I'll just pull the Shaggy defense, but that works too. You never go wrong with the Shaggy defense. Until you do.
Honestly, I haven't heard. The only time I've ever heard of Deb Holland's name mentioned is through IndiansWithAZ.com.
I mean, I remember hearing about her like when she got elected, New Mexico Congress, right?
Appointed, yeah, whatever.
Oh, she was appointed? I thought she got elected to her seat in Congress.
Well, she got elected to her seat in Congress, but she
was appointed as the Secretary of the Interior.
Yeah.
Was the first Native American? No, she wasn't. You got to go way, way back into like the black and white photos, but there was a dude who had Indian blood as a Secretary of the Interior before her.
Yep.
Well, the first female.
Because that's a good thing.
So.
Sorry, ladies. You know I'm true. You know I'm right.
Although a friend of mine did get to meet her, so I think she works as a gopher for most of these politicians.
What, Deb Holland?
Yeah.
As a Secretary of Interior, she's still just a gopher? Really?
No, not her. My friend.
Oh, the
as
friend.
a gopher.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
She's a legal gopher, from my understanding.
So she legally identifies as a gopher, or because that's starting to sound like Canada again.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same shit in every other story there. Oh yeah, and that actually has the proclamation. And I am not reading all that because I am not.
I just want to know if there's a part in that proclamation where it says, "Hey, you guys don't have to pay taxes anymore." Because, I'd actually appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be cool with that.
Like, hey, you live on a reservation, you don't have to pay taxes. All right, cool.
All right, honey, we're packing up the kids.
Pretty sure that's how it works up here. It's always been a long-standing joke is that natives don't pay taxes up in Canada. Say
Like
joke,
that
I mean
was what
stereotype.
I was joking. Like when they made the whole McGirt decision in the Supreme Court, like, all right, well, this is a reservation now. It's like I don't have to pay state taxes anymore, do I? Like I can still see having to pay federal. All right, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't have to pay state, right? Wrong.
Dare to dream.
I know, right? Like
Now, do you know who Leonard Peltier is?
No,
I said yes. Would you believe me?
No,
maybe,
because
but not after that question.
Then yes.
I don't even know who he is. Let's see here.
Sounds vaguely French. It could be one of those Canadian First Nations, whatever.
Maybe he's Métis.
As I am looking into the thing here, Leonard Peltier is a Native American activist and member of the American Indian movement who, following a controversial trial, was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder and the deaths of 2 FBI agents.
Yeah, so you had me at a member of AIM. I was like, all right, he's a shitbag.
Yeah. Because Democrats call on Biden to release Leonard Peltier, activist who fatally shot 2 FBI agents.
I mean, again, rock in a hard place. He's a member of AIM, which makes him a shitbag. He shot 2 FBI agents. I mean, I really I don't know where to put my sympathies.
Like, right? It's a very tough decision here.
Let's see. A coalition of mostly House and Senate Democrats penned a letter to President Biden on Friday urging him to grant clemency to Leonard Peltier, a Native American activist convicted in the 1970s fatal shooting of 2 FBI agents at point-blank range.
All right. This dude's been in prison since the 70s. Just leave his ass in there. There's nothing. I mean, I've seen Shawshank I don't know how many times. He's going to hang himself in a fucking halfway house just like Brooks, okay?
He's going to fucking, yeah.
Let's see. Democrats led by House Natural Resources Committee ranking member Raul something, Democrat from Arizona.
Oh, yeah, fuck that name.
Grijalva. Yeah, fuck that name. And joined by Congressional Progressive Caucus Chair Pramila Jayapal, AOC.
All right. Okay, this dude's lost me. Fuck it. I'm siding with the FBI. Throw away the key. Leave his ass in jail.
Yeah, because someone and their feelings about the Jews is finally coming through. And Senator Bernie Sanders cast doubt on the circumstances which Peltier was found guilty in 1977 of killing 2 FBI agents 2 years prior. The letter was sent ahead of Indigenous People Day on October 9th, because of course it was. One House Republican has also signed the letter. As members of Congress, we sign this letter with deep commitment to the crucial role we play in upholding justice for all Americans. Yeah, that's nice. And to also hold our government accountable when we see the case of injustice, as demonstrated by the long incarceration of Leonard Peltier. The lawmakers wrote to Biden, "We stand with the tribal nations of the United States, indigenous voices worldwide, and leading voices on human rights."
Wait, indigenous voices worldwide? Like, are we really asking the fucking abos in Australia what they think about this dude's case? Or is that supposed to be the catch-all term for fucking Indians?
It's the catch-all. Of course, they're lumping everyone together. Of course.
You know what? I think we should finally just go ahead and duke it out with India over who gets to call themselves Indians. Just settle it once and for all. You know. Granted, they've got the numbers. I'll give them that. They got the numbers.
But if we take them out, if we fight them on a corner,
piggybacking off American technology here, we got more firepower.
But if we just fight them on a corner, they'll be too busy setting up shop to fight back, so we'll win.
Let's see here. Leading voices in human rights and criminal justice around the globe in support of Mr. Peltier's release. Let's see here. I'll continue reading. Over the course of his incarceration, particularly in recent years, key figures in Mr. Peltier's prosecution have stepped forward to underscore the constitutional violations and prosecutorial misconduct that took place during the investigation and trial that led to his conviction. Threats.
Which people?
Good boy.
Democratic lawmakers also noted in their letter to President Biden that Peltier is 79 years old, suffering numerous health issues. You know who else was suffering numerous health issues and 79 years old? Uncle Ted.
And he still died in prison.
Exactly.
And how many people did he kill?
How many people did he kill? I think like
what? Was it 2? 3 tops?
I was thinking like 4 or 5.
He maimed some people.
Yeah, he definitely maimed some.
There's at least one guy who's never going to win a typewriting competition because of Uncle Ted, but the actual kill count was pretty low. I want to say like 2 or 3. So
we're sidetracked by Kaczynski's death count.
Yeah, well, we gotta respect the man and get the lore right.
Let's see. Severe cuts, bone diffuse, severe.
Now, cannibalistic.
Severe wounds.
I'll agree with you that he was right. Did nothing wrong.
One.
Only one.
One so far.
Only killed one person.
3.
3. Okay, so I was right. It was 3. All right, yeah. And they weren't even feds. Conservatives cheer Biden OMB director warning GOP cuts could purge thousands of FBI ATF agents. Johnny, apparently I'm a conservative.
Yeah, apparently. Let's see here.
I'll take the ATF seriously when they start actually targeting like booze and tobacco.
Yeah.
They're mighty heavy on the F at the ATF. When's the last time they busted an illegal still, huh? When's the last time you heard them in the news because they caught a shipping truck full of non-tax cigarettes?
Let's see. In 1977, after a 25-day trial, that was a pretty fast trial.
That seems kind of, I mean,
pretty fast for 2 murders.
I mean, it's Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota. A 25-day trial in South Dakota, that's a long one.
That probably just feels long. Because it's South Dakota.
I'm sure every day feels long in South Dakota, but I mean, a 25-day trial is still. I mean, this was 1977 too. It's not like they had the fucking forensic files and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what were they doing for? I mean, that's a case that could probably be made in 2 days.
So let's see here. 2 agents entered the reservation to arrest an individual wanted for burglary before they engaged with the shootout with several individuals, including Peltier. I wonder what happened to the other individuals.
That's a good question.
The agents were wounded by gunfire before they were ultimately murdered, the court found, by Peltier at point-blank range. Peltier fled and after the shooting and went to Canada. Yeah, good job. Good job hiding.
Of course he did.
Where he was captured.
How often
and
do
extradited
innocent
back
people flee to a different country?
He's an indigenous person. Of course he has to flee.
It
No, I
wasn't
think you mean,
me.
of
It
course
was
he
a
has
one-armed
fleas.
medicine man. Hey, that cop on the right looks kind of like that actor that just died. Ray.
Ray
Shit,
Stevenson?
what was his name? Stevenson. Yeah.
Kinda.
Around the eyes, at least. Yeah.
Let's see. While he, Democrats, and various... You need a comma there, man. While he, Democrats, and various activists, organizations have repeatedly claimed that the trial was marked by a lack of sufficient evidence proving he killed the agents, other than he ran, Peltier's conviction has been upheld several times on appeal. Even after making its way to the U.S. Supreme Court on 2 occasions in 1979 and 2004. The U.S. Parole Commission rejected Peltier's request for parole in 2009.
I mean, that sounds like the wheels of justice turning to me.
We in the FBI vehemently oppose granting Mr. Peltier parole, former FBI Assistant Director Thomas Harrington remarked in a statement during parole proceedings.
I mean, see, now I kind of want to take the opposite side because it's the fucking FBI. Oh man, roller coaster of emotions going on over here, guys.
There's just fucking loop-de-loops everywhere.
Right?
Let's see here. The intentional and vicious attack by Mr. Peltier was not simply a blatant attack on 2 FBI agents. It was an attack on law enforcement as a whole.
I mean, if you tell me this was like, like Wounded Knee meets Ruby Ridge, like I'd be more sympathetic to the dude. You know?
Let's see. The inevitable haziness brought on by the passage of time does not diminish the brutality of the crimes or the lifelong torment to the surviving families.
It was 50 years ago, man.
Yeah, I doubt the grandkid's gonna know. Unless your parents are total dickheads. Let's see here. And the FBI Agents Association, a professional association that mainly represents active FBI agents, has repeatedly argued against granting Peltier clemency. As part of the effort, the group has penned a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland in late 2021 stating the facts of the case and expressing concern that the advocates are working to mislead the public, the Department of Justice, and the White House. Well, you're asking the wrong person. I mean, Merrick Garland's a shitbag.
I mean, this is one of those stories where, like, no matter the outcome, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Bury him under the jail, I don't care. Let him out tomorrow, I don't care. I mean, he's 79. Like, how much more? How likely is he to reoffend? Because if there's even a 1% chance he's going to shoot another FBI agent, I said let him out.
and to throw their support behind him, you have Rashida Tlaib, Ted Lieu, Jamal Bowman, who doesn't know
Gordon Bush,
who doesn't know what a fire
Yeah.
Fire alarm does. Corey Bush, who's a fucking moron. Ilhan Omar, who really hates
And
the
a single
Jews.
Republican from Tennessee.
Tim Burchett of Tennessee. Not aligning with a good set there, man.
I mean,
The White House did not respond.
if you
to
brought
comments.
me a letter that you wanted me to sign on to, and I saw those names ahead of, I'm like, I mean, it could be like a petition to recognize steak and blowjob day as a national holiday, and I'd have second thoughts about signing on to it.
Is she at least gonna touch it? Like, not her.
Not any of them, really.
Let's see here. Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, that's a great start.
I going through Peltier. Early life and education. Peltier was born on September 12th, 1944, at the Turtle Mountain Indian Reservation of the Turtle Mountain Chippewa Court near Belcourt, North Dakota. A family of 13 children. Of course. Peltier's parents were divorced when he was 4 years old. Leonard and his sister Betty Ann lived with their paternal grandparents and Alex and Mary Dubois Peltier in the Turtle Mountain Indian Reservation. In September 1953, at the age of 9, Leonard was enrolled at Wapeton.
No offense, Johnny, but Mr. Peltier is starting to bore me. Did you guys ever read The Scarlet Letter in high school?
No, you're not wrong. This is boring as fuck.
Either of you?
No.
No?
I know the story because of the
Demi Moore movie?
lame-ass Demi Moore movie, yeah.
I did have to read that my junior year of high school. Boring ass book. All right.
Well, I remember like our English book had it in play format, and I'm just like, this is hot garbage.
So I mean, but you know the story. You know what the Scarlet Letter stood for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the letter?
A.
What did it stand for?
Adulterer.
All right, you want to explain that to Nancy Mace? Because apparently she was walking around with a big red letter A on the front of her blouse, walking around. Someone asked what it stands for. She said, "It's her Scarlet Letter." Like, if I was her husband, I'd have some questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Starting with what's his name?
I think it'd start with a "Don't lie to me, bitch," and then what's his name?
I mean, telling a woman not to lie to you is just pointless. So yeah, I'd skip that step.
Campbell says avocado. I'm like, you guys must have had a different reading list in school than I did. And if your avocado's a scarlet, I mean, I'd consider getting them tested.
Mm-hmm.
Now who?
But yeah, I just scrolling Twitter and I saw that. I was like, that is dumb enough for Congress. Yep.
Who's that?
South Carolina congressional representative Nancy Mace. What is going on in South Carolina? Is there something in the water? Like, because you guys got some weird ones. I mean, Lindsey Graham's so far in the closet, he's casting his votes in the Senate from Narnia. You know? You had a governor who, just went off the fucking grid, told people he was hiking the Appalachian Trail when he was getting some strange on the side. Nancy's walking around telling the whole world she's a whore. What is going on in South Carolina? I really want to know.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I mean, didn't even get started with Tim Scott.
Oh man.
Yeah, Terry. Yeah, she has her moments, but this is not one of them. It makes me want to go out and buy one of those belt buckle hats just so I can run, to Washington D.C. just like whore. You know.
Well, I probably should have looked that up. It's a good thing I'm not sharing my screen.
What was it, Johnny?
I was trying to look up Scarlet Letters, find your post, and there's a lot of.
Oh no, it wasn't my post. I was just scrolling through Twitter, and I think it was from Monkey.
Well, still, the point
What did you
remains
find?
valid. Dirty stuff. I'll just leave it at that.
No, don't just leave it at that. Send me a link.
Well, I'm.
Okay, fine. Do it later.
Just search Scarlet Letter. You'll be fine.
All right.
And then go under posts. I think recent would be the way to go.
Latest.
Latest, whatever.
Nancy Mace. Or do I need to go people? Media?
Well, let's see what I found.
Yeah, it's all Nancy Mace stuff for me.
Well, maybe I spelled it wrong then.
Why do you gotta be so loud?
That is insanely loud.
Yeah, it's like 3 feet behind me, too. Okay, how did you spell it? Because I'm curious.
Here, I'll send you what I searched, because I think I did spell it wrong, but it took me the way.
Oh yeah, you put an extra E in there.
Yeah, it took you down the first Google search road.
Oh, you were on Google. I was on Twitter.
Oh no, I searched on Twitter, but it treated you like Google searches used to. Do you not remember those?
Where it autofills?
Or no, where you were like, all right, I am going to look up puppies. And the first one is like, watch this chick get railed in her puppies. And then it takes you down to the porn sites. Because it's always the first couple of things.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, not that much going on there, Johnny, actually. That chick needs to do some sit-ups.
Yeah.
And the under titty tattoos, ladies. Don't do that.
Right.
I don't know who's. At this point, I'm morally opposed to tattoos. Too many people fucking have them. They're not cool. They're not interesting. It just looks like another part of the fucking uniform at this point.
Yeah, nothing like a horror uniform.
Not even that. Like, remember, like, you remember, like, in school, you always have that one kid, at least one, that was, trying to be, punk
Edgy.
or emo or whatever, and they all literally look like they all shared a closet, you know?
The quote unquote nonconformists.
Yes, the nonconformist uniform.
Gotcha.
Yeah, tattoos at this point, they're just part of the uniform. Wow, Cannibalistic's using Bing for his search engine. And apparently they got some weird shit over there.
Is that the
Microsoft.
Microsoft
Yes.
thing, or is that the AI thing?
Oh,
Same thing.
Is it the same thing?
Yep.
probably.
The AI is part of Bing, which is Microsoft's search engine.
Huh.
Are you talking about the one that it was a few months back? The story came out, like a dude wrote about interacting with the AI and how it was like love bombing him, trying to convince him that he loved her and not his wife.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Oh man, I did a reading of that article in a Discord server, and I did like my best robot voice. And like towards the end, I just started adding weird shit in there to see if anybody was still paying attention. They're like, "Wait, it's not, like, nah, that was me. I was just fucking around." Well, yeah. What else you got? You said you had a.
No, that's pretty much it.
That's it?
I don't have
Okay.
anything else.
Oh,
That was a journey,
yeah,
as it was.
It's that week. It's that week of the year.
It was
We fulfilled our
yesterday.
contractual obligations. Now we can go back to just fucking around for
Yep.
the next 51 weeks,
That's-
or until people start giving us shit. Like arguing about Thanksgiving.
well, I mean that'll be coming up next month, so
Yeah, and then just pop up, tell them to shut up, eat their turkey. Watch the game, go about your business.
Pretty much.
I want.
And you guys just had your Canadian Thanksgiving knockoff holiday, right, Della?
Yesterday,
Yeah.
it was my dog's first day home.
Coincidentally, the same day as Indigenous Peoples Day.
That sounds like Indian game if I've ever heard one.
Yes, Johnny, it's all coincidence.
Wink. So anyway, onto the lighter side of shit.
Wait, hold on. What the hell is Quant?
I've never heard of Quant. Oh,
It must be a
I
Australian
don't want to
thing.
know.
I am Quanti
Yeah, you are.
curious.
Your mom's pretty quanty.
I kind of default to using DuckDuckGo, not because I like it, but because I use the Brave browser. And as long as I'm on the computer, I don't get nearly as many ads on Twitter because they have that built-in ad blocker.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, there's something I like about this search engine. I don't know what it is.
But if I'm on my phone and I get on Twitter, there'll be times I'll have like 7, 8, 9 ads in a row.
Oh God.
Literally, I don't block accounts, right? But I do mute. And if you're paying for advertisement on fucking Twitter, I will mute you and I will never buy your product, whatever it is. I don't care if it will save my fucking life.
I don't know. There's something that kind of appeals to me in this ad.
Excuse me, I need to call Twitter about making ads for jobs Camel would be interested in his area.
Make sure they're all no benefits, low pay. You know, I'll
What do you
get
care? You're
right
not gonna.
on that.
What do you care? You're just gonna mute me anyways.
Exactly. Gee, I wonder what could be the appeal of this search engine for Johnny.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't even bother blocking them at this point, Sean. Now, I just be
like
blocking
if
everyone.
it's one of those like accounts where like it tries to follow me, like I'll give it the soft block or I'll just remove it as a follower. Which I think it's weird. Like you can do that on PC, but you can't do that on mobile.
I remember there's a couple times I think I just had mentioned art styles in a TV show, and I got this person who followed me. Oh, you should check out my art, blah blah blah, and I'll get this drawn up for you. I'm like, no, and then they blocked me. Like,
And nothing of value is lost.
The ones that get me these days are like the bot accounts that if somebody mentions like weed or somebody mentioned mushrooms once in a reply to me, like they had a dream and mushrooms were involved in said dream, and then like like three people like responding like, hey man, if you want to buy mushrooms, like fuck off, Fed. I don't buy my drugs online.
I was gonna say, didn't we get in an argument? Like, he's like, I'm not a bot. I'm not a Fed either.
Yeah. This
it
is
was
a
Jack.
different one. Yeah.
It was Jack. Like,
No. So I think it was like me and Foogie.
Well, no, because there was one that I was talking about, and Jack's like, yeah, that sounds like a Fed question. And he goes,
that happened to me and Foogie.
I'm not a
too.
Fed.
And
I'm like, yeah, it sounds like a bot.
Yeah, we were just ripping this other dude because like this is like a weed dealer. I'm like, I am not buying my weed off of Twitter, you dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like go back to filing your TPS reports to the FBI. Fuck off.
This has been happening so much lately. It's so
I'm not buying any illegal drugs on the internet. You do them in like you do them in the Walmart parking lot, like somebody with class.
Mm-hmm.
You look your drug dealer in the eye when you make a purchase. Not out of respect, just to see if he gets high on his own supply, you know? Terry blocks the porn bots, but he's fine with actual whores following him. Yeah. I don't like this little heart thing in the chat. I don't like it.
I don't like that
Why?
either.
I hate it.
Why do they put that there? That's just...
Go ahead, say it.
Retarded.
I was going to say Twitter, or no, Twitch.
But even theirs is not in the way like that.
Instagram? I see like clips on Twitter, like different people posting on different social medias, and they got the little hearts and whatnot flying across the screen.
Yeah, but that's because they're using apps and add-ons and stuff. That's not basic Twitch. It's add-ons for Twitch or their OBS setup.
Yeah,
or
I was saying
like
Instagram, TikTok, whatever. I'm old, damn it! I can't keep track of all these things. Just this old man Camel yelling at clouds.
Nothing wrong with that.
I can't wait until I'm like proper old, and I can start doing the whole, like when I was your age, you had to walk, 2 miles in the snow uphill both ways to get to school.
So I was thinking if there is, you know, Sheba every hour, ferret every hour, weasel every hour, whatever. They have animal every hour streams. I'm like, maybe they have a camel every hour.
I'm not doing a gimmick account, Johnny.
Oh no. I did find a gimmick account that says a camel on a Wednesday. A camel on Wednesday. At the sign, guess what day it is? He has one tweet, and it's guess what day it is, and that was September 25th, 2013. Nothing since.
It sounds like you're trying to talk me into doing a gimmick account, Johnny.
Well, no, because I figured there would at least be something because as we're getting to the close of the show.
Did nobody guess what day it is? Is that why he just gave up? What a quitter, man.
Apparently.
One tweet? Really?
One tweet.
Weak sauce.
Oh, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 replies. 4 replies.
So he did get replies.
Oh, no. He gave replies.
Oh.
Guess what his reply was?
Was it guess what day it is?
It was guess what day it is.
At least he's consistent.
And with a little change up on one, guess what day it was yesterday?
And lazy. A man after my own heart. Lazy and inconsistent. Like I feel a spiritual connection to this person.
But there is no.
Send me that account link, Johnny. I'm gonna start spamming him every fucking Wednesday. Hey, I know what day it is, motherfucker. Do you? I think everybody in chat, like, if you're so inclined, like, yeah, tomorrow, or well, no, Terry, you're in the future. You can get this ball rolling.
Attaboy.
Send our new friend here a reply, a tweet. Reply to his one tweet. Like, hey, I know what day it is.
The day before tomorrow.
The day after yesterday.
What day was September 23rd, 2013?
Oh man, I'm gonna use that like bar trivia or something, right? You ever see that show with the one chick, like she had a photographic memory and she was a cop? Just start rattling off like statistics about this day in history or whatever.
25th and 26th. It's the 25th. It was in fact a Wednesday.
I'm gonna use that. Like, hey, do you know what day September 25th, 2013 was?
And then it'd be like, no, what day? And they go, Hump Day!
Exactly, yeah. Bonus points if you pull that one off in a bar on a Wednesday. Because what the fuck is anyone doing in a bar on a Wednesday?
Certainly not humping.
When I was younger, I was in the bar every day. Wednesday was non-discriminatory.
His name is A Camel on a Wednesday. He only promised one. Well, hey, if Panda can remind us every fucking Sunday what day it is, surely this guy can too.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yeah. I mean, hey, I got a guy that reminds me it's Friday. All right? Always remember Fat Bitch Friday. got another guy. He reminds me when it's Monday. Melanin Monday.
All right, and to close out the show, I was going to go with some palate cleansers.
You know, I asked for this like an hour ago, Johnny.
Yep.
Well,
I distinctly remember that.
I can't just... I got to let the pain linger for a bit before I bring this in.
Do you, though?
Yes.
Well, Johnny, Pope Cat is not amused by your antics.
Pope Cat is never amused.
He is judging you harshly.
We'll go with the next one. Sleepy Cat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's on his lunch break. You can see he's been working hard, man.
Clearly. Why are you so judgmental?
And the balance that this little fucker is pulling off.
I mean, that's just skill right there.
That is skill issue.
With skill like that, you can have a hammock anywhere.
You guys don't realize, like, that takes a lot of core strength right there. He's exercising.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He's found the perfect balance there. But
At least Lisa's amused.
yeah. But yeah, I think I've pretty much run out of stuff to talk about.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Israel and Palestine?
No.
Not really.
Science
You don't
point,
want to talk about who's going to be Speaker of the House?
Science point to no.
Outlook doesn't look good.
Ask again in 5 minutes.
I don't
What's still
know.
kind of soon. I'm lost. What's going on?
Answer unclear.
But yeah. You guys have anything going on other than this?
Not really. Are we going to do a movie night?
You movie or stand up? I haven't really put out the feelers as to which one it'll be.
Okay, because since I quit my job, I'm operating on normal people hours now.
Ew.
I was awake before 8 a.m.
So was I, but I hadn't gone to sleep yet.
See, normally that would be the case.
It's my
But
day
I
off. I'm allowed.
woke up before 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I went to sleep last night.
Ew.
I know, it took a little getting used to.
Oh yeah.
It
Always
took me a
does.
couple of days to just like, all right, so this is, I'm a day walker again. Okay. It took some adjustment. It's still too goddamn bright. Like I don't like that at all. There's way too many people driving on the streets.
Yeah, just go to the dollar store and buy a pair of sunglasses. That'll solve one of those problems.
I mean, yeah, you would think, but not really.
Yeah, it works for me.
Like even with
The people
sunglasses,
can't
they're
help you
still
with-
too bright.
The people I can't help you with.
There's still this giant ball of fire in the sky.
You just need a darker tint.
I mean, I joke about getting old, but I don't want to be walking around looking like Ray Charles or Don Knotts.
Dude, I hear you, man. Fucking ever since I got down to one eye, all light seems to be brighter than it once was.
Yeah, I've been operating in darkness for years.
Well, there you go.
Like you usually, like I'm going to bed. Like the sun's not been up for like more than an hour or two. You still got that, kind of dawn thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
I was out in the middle of the day today.
Actual
was weird.
daylight.
Actual daylight, noontime daylight. No shadows whatsoever.
There's more
So
drinking.
yeah, like Johnny, that wasn't me.
That one was Stella.
I was like, yeah, mine's sitting here right in front of me. She's not drinking.
I forgot I hadn't muted.
All right, but yeah, I think we'll just call it there. Yeah.
I do need to try and start doing something because if none of these interviews pans out, I might have to start streaming just to like see if people will donate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I have to whore myself out on YouTube.
Just like everyone else.
Just like everyone else, yeah.
All right. Yeah. With that, we have come to a
Streamlabs in the
close.
description, folks.
Yeah, there is Streamlabs there. We could have shielded it, but it's whatever.
Shoulda.
I mean, I could have opened it. I forgot I even had it until I said that just now. Where? Oh, there it is.
Have you even checked it recently?
No. We haven't really been streaming all that much here lately, so
Not really.
gotten out of all the habits.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely jump back into that. But on that,
I got free time.
we're closing it. Stop distracting me.
Just gotta
Shut up.
figure out when your job and family and whatnot's not gonna be in the way.
It's always in the way.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
always in the way.
no offense to my wife, but it's always in the
She's not listening, and you know it.
way. She may not be listening.
But she also may.
She is
She
subscribed
still
to
lets
my,
you talk to me, and I've said some heinous shit, Johnny.
she is.
Yeah, but not him.
She is subscribed to the channel, so we'll find out.
Better safe than sorry. So I was just watching the replay.
Now I'm just playing for time to wait and see if like the missus just walks in and just starts beating him about the head and shoulders.
Well, she works her second job tonight, so not tonight. At least not at this time. It'll be in about another 4 hours.
So we'll be streaming again in about 4.5 hours.
Updates then.
All right. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Later.